Negotiation is a process by which two or more parties with conflicting and compatible goals voluntarily seek agreement on a decision or a transaction. Let's look at this definition in more detail. First, negotiation is a process. It might be a single event, or it could be a much longer series of transactions or conversations. Negotiation can happen face-to-face, or by phone, or by email. But fundamentally, negotiation is a process. Negotiations can take place between two parties, but sometimes involve many parties, as in a public policy negotiation or an internal group decision. And parties at the negotiating table often represent stakeholders who have particular goals or have to approve or implement whatever is agreed. In some cases, stakeholders within a group may have different goals, concerns, or assumptions. Therefore, negotiations very often involve many more people than just the parties at the table. Negotiations involve parties with both conflicting and compatible goals. If the parties had entirely compatible goals, then there would be no need for them to negotiate. They can just collaborate or coordinate. If the parties had entirely conflicting goals, they might see no point in negotiating at all. Negotiations imply a voluntary process. A negotiation is different from other conflict resolution processes, such as a legal court process or arbitration, in that the parties seek agreement voluntarily, rather than having something imposed on them. Finally, negotiations can concern decisions, transactions, or both. Parties may seek to reach agreement on a decision. This can be as simple as where to have dinner, or as complex as how to combat climate change. Negotiations can also involve the exchange of goods or services or the acquisition of shares or property. These transactional negotiations can be quite simple or quite complex, involving many factors and parties and sometimes lasting years. Negotiation, a process by which two or more parties with conflicting and compatible goals voluntarily seek agreement on a decision or transaction.